Democracy is terribly important. So the way we run our society and our communities, our towns, is very important. It's more important than people think, actually.
I suggest that we'll go up and down the springs, and then start on the crofts.
Great.
If that's okay, and we'll see where we get to. Very good.
2015 is going to be an important election. A big choice for the country to make between the existing government and a potential new Labour government. Right. It's tough for Witney that it's had such high-profile MPs in the past, and David Cameron's the most high-profile MP we've had. So as Prime Minister, obviously a lot of his time's been taken up with national and international issues, and that's been to the detriment of West Oxfordshire. So one of the things that I can bring, as somebody who works in Witney and my children go to school in Witney, we brought them up in Witney, I can bring a local perspective to Westminster rather than being the Westminster guy who flies into Witney. I know, right. Sweet and sour. I've always been involved in politics. I served on the County Council in the 1990s. I represented a chunk of Oxford, Iffley, which included Cowley Centre and Rose Hill, and it was an interesting time in the 1990s, not dissimilar to now. The economy was terrible, we had a failing Conservative government, there were really difficult times at local government level because the money was being cut left, right and centre. So as I come back onto the council in the last couple of years, again, failing Conservative government, cuts left, right and centre. I don't know if it's me, I don't think it is me, I think it's more a pattern with Conservative governments. 2 years ago, I was elected to the district council, and the year before that I was elected to the town council. And that was after a few years of trying and talking to people. And the thing that made a difference is because instead of asking people to vote for me first, I asked people, what can I do for you? What issues and problems have you got that I can help with? Then on the basis of that, I hope to earn their vote. And that's what I'd like to be able to do this time too. So I'm going to be asking for people's input to the campaign. I think even the government might agree that some of the things they've done have been divisive. I would say they've been really rather damaging to our communities. And they've blamed a lot of the economic woes on the people who are least to blame. And what you need to do is to appeal to people's better nature, particularly at a tough time like this, to pull together. And instead of turning and blaming each other and pointing fingers, I think the next government will really need to rally people. And on the basis of that challenge, I'm hoping to get quite a bit of support. I'm also hoping to get people energetic again in politics, because elections are really not about the candidates all that much. It's about people expressing their will. And too often, it all seems an awfully long way away, the Westminster bubble. Politics ought to be about what we do every day. It's about what we do for a living, it's about getting up in the morning, it's about the traffic, it's about the housing, it's about the nature of the community that we want to live in.
Yeah, one of the green posters.
And I think that by talking about that, I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to get some support and to make a real difference in this election.